All right, I have to now, Joe. Look, now listen very carefully.
I will.
It's the Ham Radio Show. We're back on the air.
Okay.
All right, I know we're done talking about the sexiness in the studio, but I do have to actually make this call because supposedly I'm now calling the hotel in which the gentleman is at. And that's what I was told. So we'll find out directly.
And then
that would be
get put through to
his room, as far as I know. But I got to ask to be put through to his room.
Correct.
So we're going to do that over here.
I don't picture him at the desk going,
He might
call me.
He might have told him no.
That's true. That has been done to us
It's
before.
been possible. I have annoyed people on the phone before. It's possible.
You're kidding?
I know.
Bienvenidos, and thank you for calling the Marriott San Antonio Airport Hotel. For reservations, press 1. For group sales and catering, press 2. For shuttle information, press 3. For all else, dial 0 or remain on the line. Thank you for calling. Please hold.
Please hold, everybody.
Thank
you holding?
Good evening, President Airport. How can I assist you?
Hi, yes. Can I have the room, please, of Mr. Joe Hendry?
He's expecting our call.
Thank you.
His last name is Henry?
Joe Hendry. Hendry. He may be under TNA World Heavyweight Champion.
Yeah. Okay, hold on. Let me transfer you to him right now.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Please hold.
I'm holding. We're waiting on Joseph Hendry, the TNA World Heavyweight Champion.
Do they want me to hold the line or myself?
Hold yourself until he tells you not to.
I like that.
That was very fancy.
That was.
That was good stuff.
Hello?
Hi, I'm looking for the brand new TNA World Heavyweight Champion, Joseph Hendry.
Hello, say his name and he appears.
Yeah!
Hey!
There you go.
Welcome to Ham Radio.
First off, congratulations, sir, on your brand new shiny title that you won at Genesis. Good job on that.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So, by the way, so many questions to ask because you started quite the hubbub and hullabaloo. I'm going to get right into it because you went on Busted Open, friend of this very program, Dave LaGreca's show, and you made Bully Ray almost poop his pants. Yay. When you called out, because they asked, well, who now with the partnership between WWE, NXT, and TNA working together, you called out John Cena. All right? Now, because John Cena on his I guess, retirement tour would be the actual proper way of saying it, you called out John Cena. Why did you pick John Cena as the first one? Give me your thoughts on this.
Because my job is to bring as many eyeballs as possible to TNA Wrestling and to represent the company as champion. And in my mind, that is the most exciting matchup that I can think of. We're in a world where anything is possible. And, you know, like you say, it's the farewell tour. I do not have a lot of time, so I decided to respectfully invite John Cena to cross the line and challenge for the TNA World Championship.
Now, would you want John Cena to appear on TNA television or at a TNA pay-per-view, or would you like to cross the line yourself and go over to WWE broadcasts and actually fight John Cena? Where would you like this dream match to happen?
Hey, listen, Joe Hendry is flexible on that one. At the end of the day, wherever TNA management tell me I need to go, that's where I'll go. Ultimately, my job is to do what's best for TNA wrestling. So when TNA management, if they tell me I need to go somewhere, no matter where it is, it could be London, Paris, Tokyo, America, Scotland, Canada, Mexico, wherever it is, I'll go.
He's quoting his own song, everybody. So now that we have you as the World Heavyweight Champion of TNA, Total Nonstop Action Wrestling, live tomorrow night, you will be on a jam-packed episode of Impact. It is a huge episode. That's why it's going to be live. Are you expecting to defend your title tomorrow night when we hear from the new world champion, which is yourself? Are you going to defend the title? Is it going to be like an open, or do you already have people waiting in the wings ready to go, fight you for the world title?
When you're the TNA World Champion, there is a target on your back. So I know there's a long list of people who want to get their shot to wrestle me. But I will say it's live television. That's when professional wrestling is at its very best, when it's an environment where absolutely anything can happen. Now, if I know anything about TNA Wrestling, it's that they are going to kick this off strong. This is the first live Impact we've done in 12 years, and trust me, all you need to do is look at TNA in 2024, look at the quality of the shows, look at the growing crowds, look at the product that we've been putting out. This is going to be a smash hit episode of TNA Impact, and it starts, like you say, tomorrow night, right here in San Antonio, Texas. The answer is, who knows? I don't even know what's going to happen.
I have no doubt that it's going to be a rocket ship to the moon for TNA, especially after how great Genesis was this weekend. I watched it. I was in my own living room watching an outstanding top to bottom. I would say it was at least a 10 as on the pay-per-view meter, because you guys pull off a great show by yourselves, just the TNA brand. Now you're going to start sprinkling in some NXT into this mix, and possibly even John Cena down the road. Let's see what happens. Besides John Cena, though, who else from the world of professional wrestling, in the WWE brand, of course, would you like to take on? Who else do you got? You got like a dream bunch of scenarios working in that brain of yours?
Ooh, that's a good question. I actually haven't been asked that one, but I did feel like I was cheated out the NXT Championship, so that could be exciting to see a TNA World Champion versus NXT Champion matchup. I think that's something the fans would want to see. That's something that we could speculate on. There's many other things that we could speculate on. That's the awesome thing about this. Nobody knows how it's going to transpire, and that's when it's at its best. You got to watch to find out how this is going to go down.
So what number are you going to be in the Royal Rumble?
Say that again?
What number are you going to be in the Royal Rumble?
I can't hear the first few words. Are you saying when? You need to say that again, sorry.
Okay, no problem. I just want to make sure I have let me just get a pen and paper. What number are you going to be in the Royal Rumble?
Oh, right, okay.
Because I got money on this, so.
Okay. Well, here's the thing about that.
Okay.
Whenever you're asked to do an opportunity somewhere else in another company, a lot of the time we don't know right up until the last minute for very good reason. So the cool thing about the crossover between TNA and NXT is that nobody knows until it's about to happen, and that's why it's exciting. So there's no news to report in that department. Like I say, it doesn't matter where it is in the world. If TNA Wrestling asks me to go somewhere, I will be ready to represent as a TNA World Champion. But there is, never say never, but there is nothing to report in that department.
All right, we'll keep it under a hat. I understand. We can't talk about it right now. Nothing is set in stone. I understand. But I would like to personally just say, I would like to see the TNA World Heavyweight Champion, Joe Hendry, the King of Song Style, between the ropes in the Royal Rumble with the potential of going on to WrestleMania. Now, if you go to, let's just say, knock on wood, this happens, WrestleMania flows around, you get the title shot. Would you do, because I know you got some bravado, you have a fighting spirit, Joe, would you put the TNA World title on the line against the WWE Champion on the line? Would you do it? My
goal is to represent the TNA World Championship.
You got a politician there.
All right,
now, if you've got some questions for me that relate to TNA or the TNA World Championship, I'll answer them. Anyone in any company who wants to challenge me is welcome to.
The best is that I knew that Joe was not going to answer, but I'm like, I'm going to steamroll and see what happens, and then let's go from it.
Listen, my friend, you would never steamroll me in any
Let's
watch the bass in your voice there. Well, not the bass in your voice. Your voice is very high.
Yeah. Well, that's because my balls are tight. Billy, you have a question for Joe Hendry, the TNA World Heavyweight Champion.
I'll play the part.
There you go. Please do.
How has your life changed now that you've won the title?
Good question, Bill. How has your life changed, Joe?
That is a good question. Thank you, Bill. Bill, I'm going to put you in charge of the question.
Bill's our next wrestler.
It's been, it actually hasn't sunk in yet. To be honest with you, this is it doesn't seem real at this point. It's something I've worked very hard for, but at the same time, it doesn't quite yet feel real. It's such a special thing to have done in your career, and I'm not sure. I think it's going to take a long time to understand the magnitude of how it feels to actually be TNA World Champion. So I did, like I say, I do owe JBL a receipt for when he clotheslined me, but the man does have some good advice, and one of the pieces of advice he's given to me in the past is to try and enjoy the moment. So, I didn't enjoy the moment when he clotheslined me, but other than that, I am trying to savor every moment as champion and enjoy the process.
So, did he give you any financial advice as well? Because he does well with the stocks and everything.
He's good with that.
We haven't actually got onto financial advice, but I have to say the man does have an impressive resume when it comes to building up the portfolio. So that's going to be a conversation for next time.
All right. So Joe Hendry, by the way, the TNA World Heavyweight Champion's on the phone line, and we're talking to him about not only the live Impact, which is tomorrow night, live Access TV. Check your local listings. Check everything out. It is going to be live as live can be, and already probably showcasing, taking up the spotlight, the man, the myth, the mouth, the one and only Joe Hendry will probably start out the show. If I was booking it, that's what I would do, is put the lead horse at the head. Now, we're going to also bring up that here in our area, in July 20th at the UBS Arena, is Slammiversary. So, I want to, if you have a dream opponent for Slammiversary in the New York area, Joe, who would the dream opponent be? Because we're going to be in attendance. Come on now.
You know the answer. You know the answer to that. You know the answer. You know what the match is for Slammiversary.
Does it rhyme?
I'm not going to say.
Does it rhyme with John Cena? That would. Honest to God.
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what I will say.
What would you say?
I'll make you a deal. I'll reveal one part.
Okay.
It'll involve Joe Hendry. There you go.
Ooh, that's a good part. That's a good part, though. So you can't have one without the other, Joe. So he's right.
But that's the most important part.
Yes, it is. The world champion is needed for a world champion match. It is needed.
Well, like I say, we're in. We are. Well, here's the thing. If you think about how big Slammiversary was this year, it was huge. It was one of the biggest shows the company's done in a long time. Slammiversary, we had 4,000 people. We just had 4,000 again at Genesis, and we also had huge crowds at Bound for Glory. So Slammiversary in 2025 is going to be huge, as is the main PLAs. So I've got my work cut out of me to hold on to the title to then. So I can't look ahead. Because, as you say, on a live episode of Impact, there's a target on my back. So the hard work really starts tomorrow. I've got a long journey to get to, Slammiversary and Bound for Glory. So I'm definitely not going to look ahead, because I know I've got some tough challenges right in front of me immediately.
We have a lot of shows, California, New York, a lot of other venues that are going to be huge for the TNA brand, and this is the man that's going to represent those title, the gold, the company. He is now the face that runs the place, to steal someone else's catchphrase. He is that guy now, and he will go on. And I hope, Joe, I hope that you get John Cena. I hope that you fight everybody, because I love you in the ring, because you are not only just funny as hell on the microphone, you can cut great promos, you sing songs. I've been with your career since you were in a Hendry Ball in another company at the O2 Arena. I've been watching that, you from before you were with TNA. So I'm proud of you, and I'm proud that you have the title and everything else. Can't wait to see how many dream matches TNA can stack against Joe Hendry, because every single opponent that they put up against him is going to be a dream match. There is nobody. You're not going to get a crappy match out of them. That's number one. So it doesn't matter who they put up against you. It's going to be a good match. But now with this multi-year deal with NXT and TNA, the sky is the limit. There's going to be matches we never even thought we wouldn't even consider having. You know what I mean? They might dust off The Undertaker. Who knows? Who knows what would happen? He might get in the ring with JBL. Who knows? You know what I mean? Like, we know that John Cena was a name that's thrown out, but I bet you there's a ton of other names chopping at the bit just to take out one of the most popular wrestlers in the world today, and that's Joe Hendry. At least have a shot. They're going to try to. I don't think they're going to succeed, but they're going to try to. So, congrats to you, sir, and thank you for being on the show. Is there anything besides tomorrow's live Impact? Live on Access TV, first time in, 12 years? Mm-hmm. That your guys are going to be live. Is there anything else you want to plug, sir?
Absolutely. Not only will we have the live episode of TNA Impact taking place tomorrow at the Boeing Center here in San Antonio, but we will also be taping the next TV episodes the day after in the same venue. So if you're in San Antonio, if you're in Texas anywhere, drive down, get down, and come down for both days. So I want to thank all the fans for all the support. Thank you for the kind words there. It's much appreciated.
Yes,
and 2024 was a whirlwind year for TNA Wrestling, but I got a sneaking suspicion 2025 is going to be even bigger.
And we will be there in attendance July 20th, UBS Arena, Slammiversary. I know Johnny's going to be there, I'm going to be there, and anyone else needs to be there because you want to see Joe Hendry defend the TNA World Heavyweight title. Who the hell knows who he's, going to be his opponent, but we know that one half of the equation, Joe Hendry, will at least be there. The King of Song Style will be in the ring. He will be there. He will get it done. Thank you, Joe. Have a great night, and thank you for being on the program, sir.
Thank you. Thanks, guys.
All right.
Good night.
Okay.
There you go. Round of applause for Joe Hendry, the World Heavyweight Champion, total nonstop action. There you go. Outstanding. Good job. Very nice.
Shit. I was going to ask
what?
him.
What are you going to ask him?
Personal questions there.
Oh, I know. It's not the first time. Do you remember the last time he was on?
Yeah.
I pissed him off. He was eating.
Oh, is that right?
I totally remember that. He was having Chipotle. I will never forget it.
Chipotle.
And we pissed him off because we were asking him questions. He's like, I got double meat getting cold here, guys. Come on.
How much money do you make?
How much do you make? Can I borrow $5? No, but the thing about the Rumble is because me and Billy, as well as a whole house full of other guys, we gamble on the Rumble. So the Royal Rumble, there's a sneaky suspicion that Joe Hendry will be in the WWE's Royal Rumble February 1st, live from Indianapolis.
They're probably negotiating.
Well, I don't think they're even negotiating. I think it's already set in stone, but he obviously can't. I knew that he wasn't going to give me the number because he doesn't even know what number it is. They haven't even gone over that yet.
Right.
But the fact of the matter is to set it up now because look, he's the hottest thing in pro wrestling.
Yeah,
right.
So to have the hottest thing in pro wrestling connected to the company in a multi-year contract that we're at right now, we're in a multi-year contract now with NXT and TNA. This guy is going to be in the 2025 Royal Rumble.
I would believe so.
Now, I don't know if they're going to let him win. I would think it would make better if they did, but whatever.
See, you could have asked him if he's going to have a new song for when he appears in it.
I don't think so.
And then he might have answered because he's not giving away any other information.
Well, I knew for a fact, and then he started.
I think of it now.
He started doing the. Oh, I can't hear you. My phone's not working. I can't hear you because he knows. He knows he's in it. The same way we know that
you call anybody.
The same way we know that Jordan Grace, who just lost her match with Tessa Blanchard. Right. By the way, Tessa Blanchard won the match live tomorrow night. She will be live. This girl has a lot of heat. A ton of heat on her. A lot of people never thought that she would ever be hired by a company here in the States again.
Correct.
She is now working for TNA. A lot of heat. Tomorrow they're giving her a live mic. On the TNA episode. If you're going to watch wrestling, you want to jump in. This is your jump-in point. As they say, like if you've had a series and they're like, hey, when can I catch up? Tomorrow night, live on television, will be the night you want to jump in to Total Nonstop Action because between Joe Hendry with a live mic, being the World Heavyweight Champion and whatever celebration they're going to do there, Tessa Blanchard, who is legitimately hated.
Yes.
By tons of people. When I say heat,
there are those that say even her father hates her.
Yes, there is heat. In the wrestling business, this is true. This is not
It's bad if your own father.
And her father, Tully Blanchard, is a legend. Tully Blanchard is a legend in the wrestling business. Her father was one of the original Four Horsemen.
You don't think it's hype?
No, Joe, trust me. She has not worked for TNA for I forgot how many years because of this. There is a lot of heat on Tessa. I didn't even bring it up in the thing because I didn't want them to hang up on me. That's how much heat is there. I am shocked she was on pay-per-view. Okay? In Genesis, was it last weekend? I was shocked that they gave her an entrance. They sent her out there. They said, do your job, blah, blah. She went over on Jordynne Grace. Shocked about that. She went over on Jordynne Grace. Now, there's a possibility, rumor mill running amok, that Jordynne Grace now leaving to go to NXT or the main roster of WWE, whatever. That's contracts, that's wrestling, that's what happens. But to have Tessa Blanchard, who has so much heat, be the woman that's literally going to be, I guess, replacing, taking up that spot, and now having a live microphone tomorrow night. You better DVR this shit, is all I'm saying.
Sure. If you don't know wrestling, the best thing to have is
heat.
Is heat and be a champion. Because everybody goes out of their way. They go to the matches because they want to see you lose.
But this to me, though, is old school heat. This is Piper heat. This is I walk to the ring and someone tries to stab me heat.
Right.
That's what I'm talking about. This is not... And Joe, I know that you think wrestling's fake and blah, 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 all that crap. This is, honest to God, real shit.
Well, I admire the athletics of wrestling. It's amazing that these guys can jump off the top rope and not kill themselves.
Oh, absolutely.
And kill somebody.
And kill somebody. Right, one fall through, you land on a stroke. Forget about it.
But we're not even talking about that. When we say heat with this girl, we're talking about heat from the outside world that has now morphed into this thing, which I will talk about off the air because I don't even want to bring up the things that were involved here. Is my point.
Is it sexual?
No. Well, no. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of bad shit. That's all I'm going to say. So it's kind of shocking. Also, by the way, Tessa Blanchard should get her flowers when she deserves her flowers. First ever woman that I know of that in the wrestling business here in America won the world heavyweight title. She beat a man, won the world heavyweight title, and became the world heavyweight champion. She represented that company, TNA, for years.
Wow.
Not years. Was it years? No, about maybe a year plus. But was the world champion. So, it's not like she can't go. I'm just shocked that someone's letting her go. That's what I'm saying right now.
She must be a big person.
No, she's not. No? But she's a tough as nails motherfucker, and
she goes against a heavyweight.
Well, the heavyweight, there's no actual weight class. Like they don't like anybody here could be a heavyweight, and then you could also have Rey Mysterio. Yeah. No, we're super heavyweights. If you look at us, not one of us is like, oh, well, he's only just a heavyweight. I'm just saying, there's a lot of tomorrow night. It's going to be a night you want to check out TNA. Total nonstop action. I'm not getting paid for that. I'm just telling you right now. Jump in, enjoy it.